Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years. Matson and the Adai Tano program. Harley-Davidson of Guam. Visit our new showroom, now located on Route 8 in Mighty. IP&E, fueling excellence. McDonald's of Guam, I'm loving it. And King's Restaurant, located in Tamuning and Dedito. Always open, always local.
Coming up on your primetime news, a 77-year-old man involved in an auto crash last week has died. Plus, tuberculosis screening at the home of the Sharks begins after one tests positive for pulmonary TB. Carmen Victoria Terlahi has that story. And a businessman tonight is seeking the public's assistance after equipment and jewelry was stolen from his tattoo shop. Good evening, friends. Hafaday, thanks so much for tuning into Primetime.
In our top story tonight, a 77-year-old man involved in a serious crash along Airport Road earlier this month has died. Police have identified the victim as Yun Sik Park. He had been fighting for his life at the Guam Memorial Hospital since January 6 when the crash occurred along Route 10A near Papa's Restaurant. Park was the driver in one of the two cars involved in that crash. Chief Medical Examiner Dr. Aurelio Espinola told authorities Park died from a broken neck and massive internal injuries. His death marks the second traffic-related death of this year. No arrests have been made. GPD's Highway Patrol Division investigators have yet to determine if speed, alcohol, or drugs are possible factors in the collision.
We bring you the very latest now with that murder trial in Louisiana that involves two airmen deployed to Guam last year. Defendant Airman First Class Isaiah Edwards has claimed self-defense since pleading not guilty to the charges he faces. He reportedly took the witness stand, testifying about the fight he had with Airman First Class Bradley Hale up at Anderson Air Force Base last March. Edwards did tell the court that Hale picked up a knife during the fight, also testifying that he was in fear, took hold of the knife, and stabbed Hale in the neck. KSLA News reported that the medical examiner also testified about the cuts found on Hale's hands and how, in her opinion, it happened as Hale was attempting to defend himself. Trial for Edwards is ongoing.
Expensive equipment and jewelry stolen after a burglary is reported at a local business in Tamuning. The owners took to social media hoping someone can help to track down the suspects.
Our Nick Delgado joins us from that local shop, and he has full details on this story. How's it going, Nick?
Yeah, a lot of the items have been taken just over the weekend. You can see this empty display glass display area here where some of the jewelry was being held here at the Megavision El Draco tattoo shop in Tamuning. Joining me now is Ed. He's the owner of this shop, has been on the island for about 4 years. Ed, how did you guys figure out this happened? It was on Saturday, you said.
Saturday morning when my son came in, like 6:30, 7 o'clock, because he's going to let the dog do their business, but he found out that before he opened the door, the lock is gone. You know, they're pro. They took out the lock so easy.
Well, how are you feeling? They took some expensive equipment, your tattoo machine.
My favorite machines that I use like every day. Those machines are expensive, and they're my favorite, and they took those. And some needles, expensive needles. Some display machines which are vintage, and body jewelries. You can see it's empty now, so we cannot do business properly because some jewelries are gone. But still, we still have some. We can still operate, but not fully.
You're not going to let this stop operations here, obviously. But is there anything you want to say out there to the community, or even to those thieves that came in and took everything?
No, business is okay. Still, we can still do tattoos. We can still do body piercing. No, we cannot stop. No, we have to live. Like, this is our life. So this is our passion. Even they took everything, but they cannot take my passion in tattooing.
Sure, Ed. Well, good luck, and hopefully that this awareness out there will help find those responsible. Again, we're seeing more of this year around 2019. Already more than 55 burglaries reported around the island, according to the police blotter. That's nearly as much as we saw last year, just over 60 around the same time last year. If you have any information about what happened here at Ed's Tattoo Shop in Tamuning, please call Guam Police or Guam Crime Stoppers at 477-HELP. For now, we'll send it back to you in studio.
Well, in a similar vein, the break-ins and burglaries at a pair of local public schools in Jigo has caught the attention of the Guam Education Board. Vandals, as you know, broke into and damaged multiple rooms at Simon Sanchez High School and FB Leon Guerrero Middle School in recent days. Members say it's going to be an issue.
It's a major concern for us that, school property continues to be damaged, in this manner. And, this is a community issue, that definitely needs to be addressed with all parties. I know the superintendent and his team are working with, other government agencies to, try and, figure out who's responsible for it. And then, of course, we definitely would like to, to the fullest extent of the law, hold these people accountable. It's very demoralizing, especially for the schools when, we're cash strapped for, resources. And so, it is our hope that, we as a community come together, figure out who's responsible, and hold them accountable for it.
Sanchez has been burglarized more than a handful of times just this school year alone, with Guam DOE officials believing these suspects could be students. For now, GPD continues to investigate the matter.
Also from Simon Sanchez High School today, TB screening was in full effect after an individual on campus tested positive for pulmonary tuberculosis. Carmen Tulahi reports.
It only takes one positive test to put health officials on alert. An individual testing positive for pulmonary tuberculosis has students lining up at the home of the Sharks to test for any signs of TB.
We do have a lengthy screening process to figure out who might have been involved. So the case with the exposure is kind of isolated, so we only had to assess about 120 students this time.
Since the disease can spread from person to person if they have been in close continuous contact, Ronnie Pro Espina, school health counselor at Simon Sanchez High, says they're teaming up with public health. They're conducting free PPD skin tests to prevent the disease from spreading to the community.
There's certain situations such as traveling or maybe coming in as a new student from an outer island or maybe from stateside that could affect our ability to figure out whether or not you were exposed to tuberculosis. So it's nice to be able to check on these students and maybe find some others who have been exposed to it.
Though not year-round, the department does routinely require a TB test before a student enters school. Julieta Kineni, GDOE Community Health and Nursing Services Administrator, explains.
So specifically for the high school, if they've done the TB testing freshman here, they don't need another TB skin test until they complete, of course, high school again. However, if we do have an active case, whether it's staff and or student, then that population will get additional testing.
All it takes is one small prick. Students, teachers, and staff were tested for TB. Health representatives hoping none of those tests come back positive.
If it is positive, we call it a latent TB. Of course, we have to follow up then, as I said, with additional x-rays, additional testing, diagnostic testing, and then the physician have to see them as well.
In 3 months, officials will conduct a follow-up investigation. For safety, all employees and students must submit a TB skin test result to Public Health's TB program by January 22nd. Reporting for Guam's News Network, I'm Carmen Victoria Cherlaki.
There's a lot more coming up after the break, so please keep watching and keep streaming us because Primetime continues right after this.
There are more ways to experience Guam via KUAM News, giving you what you want, when you want, and how you want it. From smart devices, Alexa, what's in the news?
Here's your flash briefing.
Over the web, on mobile, on streaming platforms, with immersive, interactive formats, and via social media where it's more than just content, it's conversation. More ways to keep you informed and entertained whenever you want it, wherever you are, on whatever device you're using.
Cheers to 80 years. It's our 80th anniversary and the gifts are on us. 80 gift certificates, 8 shopping sprees, 8 staycations, and 1 round-trip flyaway for 2 to Manila. So how do you enter? Calvo's Insurance personal home and auto customers are automatically entered. Non-Calvo's customers may enter by receiving a qualified quote. It's our way of saying thank you for trusting us for the past 80 years. For more details, visit calvos.com/giveaway or call 472-6816. Calvo's Insurance, serving Guam for 80 years.
The great thing about technology isn't about how big, fast, or clever it is.
It's about delivering connections that empower people to achieve things. Try them for the first time.
Connect with others. Or even rediscover the world around us. It's your world. Explore it.
Chuck E. Cheese's Guam is not all fun and games. Our pizza is delicious with the freshest toppings, oven-baked to order. Try the fresh salad bar, sandwiches, and don't forget our mouth-watering wings. Come and eat at Chuck E. Cheese's Guam.
MTO, professional janitorial services with a warm hospitality touch. MTO gives that gift year-round. Pressure wash roofs, pressure wash driveways, lawn service, home cleaning, carpet restoration, office cleaning, commercial window cleaning, floor care. When cleaning is in order, MTO has you covered. Call 647-6861 to inquire on how you can receive the maintenance you deserve.
MTO, celebrating 30 years with you, Guam.
We're more than just $9.99 large two-topping pizza delivered. We're that moment you realize you're raising her right. No one out-pizzas the Hut.
Primetime continues, everybody, so thanks for sticking with us. Suing the Holy See, another clergy sex abuse lawsuit names the Vatican as a defendant. Filed in federal court today, a 49-year-old plaintiff identified only by his initials FM alleges that he was sexually abused by Father Louis Brulliard over a period of 7 years. The man was a former Boy Scout at the Barragata and Tumon parishes. He reports he was 10 to 17 when the abuse allegedly occurred. When Brulliard moved off island, FM said the priest paid for his ticket to Minnesota to visit him. The abuse continued there as well and involved another minor. FM says he did not know what to think at his young age and was afraid to tell his parents because he was embarrassed. Brulliard, as you may know, passed away last year, but not before admitting to abusing boys while he was a local priest. FM is suing for $5 million and is represented by attorney Michael Berman.
And it is a big week for the Archdiocese of Agana. On Wednesday, the church will file bankruptcy. The action is a result of the close to 200 clergy sexual abuse lawsuits filed to date. Also this week, Thursday morning, parties will appear in the district court for a status hearing. As reported, the court extended a stay on the cases until mid-January. KUAM will live stream Wednesday's press conference on our Facebook page starting at 9:30 in the morning.
Well, the deadline was today, but one of your new senators is asking for an extension to the public comment period on the Navy's plan to expand a danger zone. Senator Sabina Perez, who chairs the Committee on the Environment, wrote a formal letter to the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers in which she lists multiple reasons why the Navy should not extend the danger zone over the ocean near the Finnegodson Small Arms Range.
A public hearing because of the impacts, the large amount of impacts to our community. Just like Ritidian, it's very similar. We're seeing impacts to endangered species, and they have yet to do a biological opinion, complete study on the impacts to endangered species.
Fellow freshman Senator Clint Rigel also submitted a comment of his own, saying the expansion, quote, "The U.S. Navy should conduct further research and should first produce a separate environmental impact statement specific to this expansion." There is no word yet if a public hearing will be scheduled. The results of the Public Utility Commission's investigation into the diversion of emergency 911 funds will be discussed in a meeting Thursday. PUC Administrative Law Judge Fred Harecki says he is still finalizing the report to be presented to commissioners. The diversions were detailed in a letter from the Federal Communications Commission last June. FCC Commissioner Mike O'Reilly called for an immediate end to the practice, writing to then-Governor Eddie Calvo that, quote, "It is beyond disappointing to learn that your territory has made a habit of diverting these funds for other purposes." In a legislative oversight hearing last year, Acting Fire Chief Joey St. Nicholas acknowledged that nearly $500,000 was transferred out of the fund in 2016. Local telecommunications carriers collect a $1 monthly fee to fund the 911 system. In his letter, O'Reilly wrote that, quote, "The collected fees must not be corrupted by governments diverting funding for other purposes. It ultimately undermines public confidence and the overall integrity of these systems." And also tonight, Senator Tello Taitigui is looking to catch more criminals on camera with the introduction of her Bill 20, which she says reassigns $200,000 from a $500,000 appropriation made several months ago for the Guam Retirement Security Plan. The funds will be given to the police for the purchase of security cameras to install publicly. The senator says she's opening dialogue with GPD to maximize use of the funds to include purchase of body cams for police officers as well as in-patrol car cameras. Taitigui says security cameras are a force multiplier for GPD and other agencies. She writes, quote, "With the rising number of cases involving illegal drugs, home invasion, car thefts, and more, the use of security cams in public areas will go a long way in supporting public safety officers as they continue to prioritize the deployment of limited resources from Jigo to Malesu." With regional headlines, here's KSPN 2 News.
Hafa de Guam, here are the headlines for CNMI. Please raise your right hand. Repeat after me. I, Arnold Indalecio Palacios,
I, Arnold Indalecio Palacios,
do solemnly swear
that
I will support and defend
the
Constitution and laws of the Commonwealth of the Northern Mariana Islands,
Bajo si Rafael Antonio de Leon Guerrero Torres.
Manjulazo solemnemente.
Top government officials and community members gathered at the Northern Mariana Islands Soccer Training Center to witness the swearing-in of Governor Ralph Torres and Lieutenant Governor Arnold Palacios. During his speech, Governor Ralph Torres spoke on the solidarity that occurred amongst people after Super Typhoon U2 struck the CNMI.
Sometimes in a disaster, you discover you have neighbors that are a lot closer than you think. When the leaves blow away, when the roofing tin is cleared, our friends seem to be just that much closer. That's what has happened these last difficult months, and what is still happening. Our neighbors, our friends, have shown how close they are. We have seen the determination of our linemen, our COC, we mentioned earlier, as well as our Ponopean line crew, from working around the nation and right here at home, working around the clock, braving the elements and foregoing the time with their families for our community. The U.S. Navy Seabees, Air Force Red Horses, Guam National and Air Guard, Guam, Hawaii, the CNMI Reservists, and the Marines from Okinawa, who place their minds and their bodies towards our people. This team, with coordination with FEMA, were led into our villages, into our homes, by our people, our police officers, our Homeland Security officials, our firemen and women, who have instilled in the Tetris program and roof repair programs a sense of purpose, and to have led this recovery from the front. Again, our neighbors, our friends, have now become families.
While Lieutenant Governor Arnold Palacios spoke on the recovery that is continuing to occur on the islands since the typhoon.
As Governor Torres and I lead the task of rebuilding, let us not forget the lessons we have learned about what we need to do to succeed. That is, first, climate change is our reality. As island communities, we must not only join hands with our Pacific neighbors to influence international policies, we must also do our part to protect the fragile island environment in which we live. Laws and regulations that are designed to protect our environment must be respected. Those who violate must face sanctions. The typhoon also exposed the vulnerabilities of our homes, buildings, and our infrastructure system. Rebuilding good governance requires good governance and careful planning and use of our limited resources. We need to restructure homestead development to tie in with affordable mortgage home loan programs. Our economic development and housing agencies must take the lead in providing programs to better assist our people. Access to affordable loans, grant programs to finance safer typhoon-proof homes should be explored and expanded. The same goes for our public facilities, especially for our schools which were ravaged by the typhoon.
For more news, visit saipantv.com. For KSPN2 News, I'm Ashley McDowell.
Sports is coming right up, but you know it is January, which means it's a little colder and the sun doesn't rise as early in the morning. So here is what Mother Nature has in store for us.
What's that? An Alpha Insurance customer needs a claim settled immediately? I'm on it.
Agent Alpha. In the event of an accident, theft, or breakdown, each of our Alpha Insure agents are trained to go above and beyond.
This is my stop. There she is. Target acquired.
Agent Alpha. Yes!
At Island Cancer Center, we treat our patients and their families like our family. We have all been touched by cancer, and it is important to feel comfortable and secure under the care of our health professionals. You can count on us for skilled cancer specialists, the most advanced cancer-fighting technology on the island, and a commitment to caring for you or your loved one with compassion, respect, and empathy. Our family, treating your family.
Island Cancer Center, located on Guam Medical Plaza. Visit us at islandcancercenter.com or call 646-3363.
Start something new this year when you buy a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram from Cars Plus and Mighty. Like a new Jeep Compass Sport, $175 per paycheck. Or a new Chrysler Pacifica LX, $213 per paycheck. Or save $10,500 on a new Ram 1500. How about a new Jeep Wrangler Sport, only $309 per paycheck. Plus, receive a Cars Plus Shell Value Card with every vehicle purchase. So this year, start something new with a new Dodge, Chrysler, Jeep, or Ram. Only at Cars Plus and Mighty. Cars Plus, driven by you.
KUAM Sports is presented by Triple J.
What's up, Guam? Dave Delgado here for KUAM Sports. Thanks for watching. On the show tonight, I have some information on the Coaches Clinic going to be held this weekend. Hosted by the Guam Basketball Confederation. Now, the two-day clinic will be held at the Guam Basketball National Training Center. But first off, championship basketball between the FD Friars and the St. Paul Warriors. Check it out. The Jungle was rocking on championship night of the GSPN Boys preseason title game. FD at home against the St. Paul Warriors. Tony Kaneni with the 4-point play after getting fouled on the three-pointer. St. Paul's Tello Orichiro goes hard to the basket and puts up the floater in between two FD defenders. Davin Rojas with the bucket for the Friars. Orichiro with the dish to White, who goes left and shows his hang time. Avoiding the block by Brandon Soriano, gets the shot to go off the backboard for 2 points. Soriano gets the kick-out pass here, all net on the deep ball. Kyle Camacho misses on the free throw attempt. Caleb Espadon tries to put the shot back up, but Rio Aiken was able to get his hand on the ball. Orichiro brings the ball down court and feeds Hayato Tsuji, who was running with him the whole way. Baskets good and the foul. Tony Kaneni led the Friars with 21 points. Baseline layup drops in for 2 and 1. The St. Paul Warriors defeated the Father Duenas Friars 60-56. Jamar White led all scorers in the win with 31 points. The 17th Annual Academy 5K Fund Run Walk is set for Saturday at the school's campus in Agana. The course will start at the DNA building side. Pre-registration is $10 per person or $12 on race day. Students up to age 19 are $6. Showtime is at 5 in the morning with go time scheduled for 6. You can also register at the school's office or email aolg.edu.gu. You can also call 477-8203 for more information. The Guam Basketball Confederation will be holding a national coaching clinic this Saturday, January 19th and Sunday, January 20th. The two-day course will be $50 for any coaches interested in participating. FIBA certification will be included upon completion. The clinic will be held at the Guam National Basketball Training Center in Teason. Leading the clinic will be national head coach E.J. Calvo and other Team Guam coaches. Coaches will go over player development, practice planning, building a winning culture, transition offense, man-to-man defense principles. For more info, email guamelitebasketball.com. Well, that's going to do it for sports. We're back right after this.
Here's to the flavorful, those unafraid to show their signature style, signature moves, signature everything. You add the spice that makes life interesting. So to you, we raise a sandwich as flavorful as you are. For McDonald's signature crafted recipes.
Try the new savory, creamy mushroom and Swiss burger, part of the signature crafted recipes lineup, only at McDonald's.
Matson is in this community. We've been in this community for decades. We're going to be in this community for decades to come. Things will get busy, things will get quiet, but we're going to be here. We're your hometown carrier. And that matters to us.
Reliability is the core of our business. We take pride in ensuring that we arrive in Guam on time as scheduled.
It's our local employees who understand the market, who understand the business, and provide that hard work for you each and every day.
When we hold ourselves to high standards, our customers also hold us to high standards. We establish good business relationships that turn into friendships. That's why it's so important to be here and be trusted by your customers. We want you to trust Matson like your friend, like your family.
When you purchase a vehicle from our dealerships, we give back to the American Cancer Society and Guam Cancer Care. With your help, together, we've raised over $400,000, giving local cancer patients a gift of more anniversaries, more birthdays, more years, more days. Together, we're giving them the gift of time. Triple J, customers first.
Without further ado, here are the Cold Stone Creamery birthday shoutouts.
Celebrating their birthday on this lovely Tuesday. That's right. Happy birthday, Issa Rainbow Magnolia Santos. Happy birthday, my baby Issa Rainbow. Wow, you're 21. I love you. And a very special happy birthday is going out to Riza Torres. That's coming from your daddy, John, Teresa, Joanna, Coco, and Issa. Happy birthday, Riza. And of course, a happy birthday to Kayla Rain Guerrero Matsanani. Happy birthday to our queen. We love you. And last but not least, happy birthday to you, Lorraine Cruz. Happy birthday, Mom. That's coming with lots of love from your familia.
The Cold Stone Creamery Birthday Club is without a doubt one of the coolest things we do, and everyone is welcome. Just go to KUAM.com and register. That was the lovely voice of Carmen Victoria Terlahi, who is next with Health, Home, and Lifestyle.
Bye.
Closed